YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Big E, sitting here talking. I'm here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at PepsiCo, waiting for them to finish unloading me. Man, oh, housekeeping, man. Hey, if you have not, go ahead, subscribe, like, share, comment on the videos. Keep us going here. We're trying to progress a little bit, you know. That's what we're trying to do. Man, y'all, I'm tired. This video, I want to talk to the people who are thinking about getting in trucking and the people who are just getting into trucking, maybe in their first year. They're not in their first year. They're preparing to get ready to go to trucking if you're watching this video. I've made videos before, but touching on this a little bit, but one other thing, what I wanted to express is the importance of doing your research before you actually get into trucking. One sec. Exit. GPS has a mind of its own. But if you're talking about getting into trucking, it can be lucrative. You know, it can be a good avenue to changing your financial situation. It could be a good avenue to starting a career, but it is a lifestyle change. It definitely is a lifestyle change. And I was a little bit older when I got into trucking, but I had a whole career before that, and I've talked about that in other videos. But you have kids. Like I have a wife, and when I got into trucking, I had one kid. Now I have three. Okay, I have a set of twins, and I've only been in trucking like 4 years. It's 4 years. But I had me and my wife. We had twins, so that was kind of what they say, more buck for the bang, how you say it. You know, we lucked out and got a boy and a girl. So, and we already had a girl. So, but it is imperative that before you get into trucking, if you have a wife, a girlfriend, somebody you're serious about, y'all need to have the conversation when you get into trucking, because it's a lifestyle change. You're out on the road. It's a lot of things that your wife or your significant other would have to step up and take care of, and it's stuff that you normally would have taken care of. I have to commend my wife. My wife holds it down while I'm gone on the road, and it's stuff that that I probably, if I was home, I would be doing that. That she has to take care of, and then she has to run around with two 2-year-olds and then my 6-year-old. So it's a lot on her, and I do not overlook that. That it's a lot on her. So I try to support her as best I can. The reason why I come home every 2 weeks, because I tell people I come home every 2 weeks. Well, the reason why I do that is to help her out and to give her a break. But yeah, you can make money in trucking. It's an avenue that allows you to have a technical skill. It's a technical skill that any Joe Blow does not have. and it's a industry. Some people say it's a shortage. Some people don't believe it's a shortage, but they're hiring truck drivers left and right. I had a driver to tell me, well, that's not a shortage. Well, they don't have enough trucks to move the amount of freight that they have coming in, and so it may not be that trucking has dropped off, but there are a lot of people that have, retired from trucking or gotten out of trucking, however it is, and there's not enough people coming back in, plus the influx to need freight, so there is a shortage. When you look at the grand scheme of things, as far as freight that's needing to be moved, there's a shortage in regards to that. So it does allow you to build a career. But what you honestly have to do when you get into trucking is you have to figure out, one, what avenue you want to go now. Do you want to be a company driver and just find the best company, work for the best company for 10 years, 15, whatever it is, 20 years, whatever it is? Or do you have aspirations of being an owner-operator, leasing your truck on to someone? Or do you have aspirations of getting your own authority to start a trucking company? This is something that you, as a new person getting into trucking, have to look at, understand, and decide, well, what am I going to do in trucking? But first things first is you have to sit down with your family and try to explain to them what you're gonna be doing and how things are gonna change, as far as you working a straight 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, however you want to say it, and coming home every day, because you don't get home every day. And if you want to make your money, you gotta run, and you gotta stay moving. A lot of people have a great idea, this is a way to make good money, but they don't understand it's a lifestyle change, because you live in your truck for however many weeks you're out. You come home for a few days, and then you got to go back out, and you don't always get a chance to take care of everything you need to take care of when you come home. So you have to have unless you're single or you have a spouse, or you stay with your parents or whoever it is that you live with, and whatever issues you have to take care of or business you have to take care of, if you can come home, take care of that business, and go back out, you're a single person, it probably works a whole lot better for you, and it's easier for you. But if you have a significant other, you have to explain to them and make sure that they truly understand what you're approaching. And then the next thing that you have to look at is getting with a company that is gonna, you have to look at how you're gonna get trained. You don't go to college. This is an opportunity to make good money without a college degree. Now, I do have a college degree, but I have other aspirations. Crete is not my only aspiration, right? I have other things that I'm trying to do within the trucking field that's bigger than that, so you have to look at, what company am I gonna go to? Sorry guys, that was a people nut. Am I gonna get my training through a company? Am I gonna get my training through a school? Now, I would say the best route to go would be through a school, if you can get off the hook of paying for it. Now, if you're going to be on the hook as far as paying for it, you may be better. It may be better to go through a company. I mean, it all depends on you, your personality and attitude. I went through a company because I knew the first year I could get through the first year. As long as I can make halfway decent money, then I could get through the first year. And your first year and a half, you're not gonna make the greatest of money. I mean, it's okay. It all depends on that's all relative. It's all relative to what you were making before, because you may get into trucking, and if you wasn't making that great money before, you may get into trucking, and you might be like, oh, I'm making pretty good money doing this. Or you may get into trucking and be like, this is not. Thought they said they made money. Well, you can make money. You just have to get with the right company. You have to get your time in, because a lot of people don't come off making great money from jump. The ones that do the things that not everybody wants to do. So when you look at it, you look at in trucking, what are some of the things that people don't want to do in trucking? Dry van and reefer is, you have no problem finding drivers to do that. But flatbed, you don't find drivers coming out of school. And those are the three main things that drivers do coming out of school. The rest, you kind of work up to it. But flatbed, a lot of those drivers make better money because it's not everybody's gonna get out here and strap loads, tarp loads, throw chains. Everybody's not gonna do that. A lot of people, when you tell them get up there and tarp that load, they're gonna be like, they may start off doing it, may start off being okay, but when it's the middle of July in Texas and it's 108 degrees outside, or in Arizona and it's 108 degrees outside, and you tell them, hey man, they gotta climb up on this load that's about 11-12 feet up off the ground and roll this tarp out, and it's not a cloud in the sky, but the customer wants it tarped. Everybody's not willing to do that. Everybody's not gonna want to do that. And just like you got, and on the other end of that, you in Iowa, Wyoming, winds kicked up. You got 40, 50 mile an hour winds, and it's 20 the temperature in the single digits, and they saying, well, you need to tarp this. And the tarp's blowing you across the yard. I mean, not everybody's wanting to do that, so you have to think about that when you get into trucking. But make sure you have a conversation with whoever's a significant person or people are in your life, and prepare them for what you're going about doing. And just know it's gonna be a lifestyle change. Enough of that. I want to tell y'all about the mistake I made earlier this week. You have good days and bad days in trucking. And you take them all in stride. Like some days it could be a customer or the company that kind of puts you in a bad situation. Some day you put yourself in a bad situation. And I did on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Tuesday, I picked up a load off of our Wilmer yard right in the Dallas area, and it was supposed to. It was a load that a driver had brought so far. They dropped it on the yard. I was supposed to take it the rest of the way and deliver it. It was supposed to go to the Walmart distribution center in Dayton, Texas, and I got it over there. I got it over there on time. Everything's good. But that morning, I was a little sleepy, so I slept in a little bit longer. But we got the load there on time and everything. But the one thing that you have to be on your toes about is you can't just think about the load that you're on. You have to think in a totality. And a lot of people, when you get into trucking, a lot of people don't think like that. They think about the load that they're on. And I caught myself kind of getting caught up in that, thinking about, well, the load that I'm on, I'm going to deliver in time. But I forgot. I'm not going to say I forgot. I didn't look and think about the next load that I was pre-planned to. Because that pre-planned load had to pick up by 3 o'clock. I had all day to deliver the first load. And I got it there around, I guess about 1:45 or so, 1:30. But what I did not do is I did not plan for the pre-plan after that had to pick up before 3. So I delivered a load at Walmart, and I got on it, and I started unloading it, and I get a message from my DM or my asset manager asking, am I going to be able to make the pickup time for the pre-plan? So I go back, look at the pre-plan, and it has a 3 o'clock pickup time. And I'm in Dayton, Texas, and my pickup is in Port Arthur at the port in Port Arthur. Okay? So I told him, nah, I'm not gonna make the 3 o'clock. I'll be there about 3:30, maybe 3:45. And I got there at 3:45. Pulled up to the gate. The guy looks at me and he asked me, do you know what time we stopped taking trucks? I'm like, nah, it's my first time here. And he was like, we stopped taking them at 3. But I'm gonna see if they'll still take you. I just need you to back up and go over there to that shoulder, park there on the shoulder, kind of out of the way. So I did, and he called, and I sat, and then I sat some more, and then I went up there and I asked him. He's like, well, I've called him 3 times, nobody's picked up. He looked at the time. He's like, at this rate, man, they're not gonna load you today. But you can sit there and you'll be the first truck in the morning. And you can check in at 6. If you don't have he was like, he asked me, did I have a TWIC card, which I don't. And he was like, well, just come up here at 6 o'clock in the morning, have your ID ready, what you're picking up, and we'll take care of you. We'll get you in at 6, and they'll start getting you loaded at 8. Well, needless to say, I sat there. I mean, I went and took care to the truck stop, took care of my business, all that type of thing. But I came back and I parked in front and right there where he said. And that's another thing. You as a trucker, as a new trucker, sometimes you have to park at the shipper. It just makes the best sense. You can not park at the shipper, but you lose time when you do that, because you got to start your clock to drive over there. I didn't have to start my clock until after I got loaded there, technically, because I was sitting there at the shipper, and I got loaded, and right around the time I got loaded, well, then I did my pre-trip and showed my loading time, and 15, 30 minutes, whatever, and I took off, and it gave me that much more time on my clock. So that's why you sometimes sleep as shippers and customers. But yeah, I took care of what I had to take care of, came back, and I parked right there. But I messed myself up by not getting there at 3 o'clock, because had I got there at 3 o'clock, I still had plenty of time on my clock to get probably the load came up here to Jinx, Oklahoma, which is a suburb of Tulsa where I'm at now. I would have gotten here probably yesterday morning, which would allow me to pull out. I would have had a couple of options on loads, because I would have had Thursday, Friday, and the rest of Wednesday. However, and I may not have been on this load that I'm on now. This load I'm on now, that I'm sitting here at Pepsi, is because more than likely you look at what time I'm delivering over here. This Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. Well, I would have probably been over here yesterday morning at 10 o'clock. So they probably wouldn't have gave me this load. So you have to watch out with how you can screw yourself over, sometimes, or make it yourself difficult. So I had to wait over there from 3 o'clock. I had plenty of time on my clock, and just waiting for the next day for them to load me. So my point to you all is, make sure that you look at your you stay ahead of the game. You stay on top of everything, even your pre-plans, what time they pick up and what time they deliver and all that. Don't get caught up just on the load that you're on. But that's it, man. Your boys out here still pulling weight. We're pulling weight all across the country, bro. And again, if y'all have not, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and comment. If y'all looking for a good company and you have a year's worth of experience, again, Crete is hiring. Again, I'm not doing this for referrals, but if y'all come over, y'all sure can put my name down. But my information is in the description. But if you're out here on the road, y'all take care of yourself, and be careful, and God bless y'all.